Hey guys and girls, what is going on? It is Zazzri today, and I'm bringing you Season 3, Episode number 9 of my Manchester City career mode. Now, I just want to say, I know this video is going to be a long one. The reason for that is that if I made it into two separate videos, I thought they'd be too short. And as I've been a bit inconsistent with them uploading a while, I thought I'd give you guys one big episode to watch in the run-up to Christmas, so you guys can, anyone that's missed out can catch up. It's a big long episode to get excited for the next season. And yeah. Missed last episode, top left. Anyway, let's get into it. We've got a Champions League game against PSG. We went through a last episode against Inter Milan. You can see we're 3-0 down, and it's not even half time yet. I was gutted by that. Obviously, going to be really hard to get back into it. Yeah, just really not having a good time. You can see they get a free kick here. Ibrahimovic is going to take it. Crosses it in instead of shooting. Managed to head it out, though it's not completely cleared. See David Luiz feeds it through to Verratti, and Verratti puts it into the back of the net. That makes it 4-0. I know there's two legs, but still, this was going to be hard to come back from. And then they get a fifth. So I was pretty down at this point. You can see that they've just absolutely destroyed us, made us look pretty terrible. You can see we've got the next leg now. Ronaldo wins the ball, and I knew we needed a big win, and we could get our first goal of the game. However, though, it's half time and we're 1-0, so 4 more goals would be needed without them scoring anything. So it was going to be very tough indeed from here. But yeah, they were just incredibly hard to play against, so I couldn't really do anything about it. You can see Verratti, lovely turn, and then finishes it. Things about Verratti, I know he's got good potential and everything, and he's good in real life, but on FIFA for me he's just so small. He's not too great, but he's absolutely dominating us here. You can see we get a second one, but it's in the 83rd minute. Ronaldo again, so you can see that we're pretty much going out. Which really does suck, as it's 6-2 on aggregate, and you know we're obviously not going to score that many goals. We'd have to score 5 because obviously they've got an away goal. So it really does suck. We won the game though. Ronaldo winning man of the match. I suppose that's something positive you can take. We're out of the Champions League, which really does suck. I'm disappointed about that. But you know, yeah, you can't do anything about it, I suppose. It was just that first performance ruined us. You can see we played Leicester there. I just want to show you guys I did play the game. It's just that there wasn't any highlights to show you guys at all. That point, you can see we're getting towards the end of the season, so any point is valuable. So I was pleased to get that. Moving on though, we got a game against Southampton. This was the final game of the season. We needed a win to secure the title, I think. I'm not too sure about that, but I know this was a really important game. I played it a while ago, that's why I'm confused, because I played it well over, maybe 2 months ago I played this game, so you know my memory's a bit foggy. But you can see we go 1-0 up with Ronaldo there. Game wasn't over there. This game had a lot of goals in, I should say. 5 minutes in, and we get a second. I had a problem with the footage here. I just wanted to show you guys that we did play it, and then from then on, the game. I'm not sure how much it shows. You can see it's breaking up here. I know it is, but yeah, it's because I've had some problems with the footage. But I thought I'd show you guys anyway, because you know you can see some of the highlights of it. Gets the 3 ball again, Ronaldo, and gets his hat trick with an absolutely awesome smashed into the top corner goal. Very nice there. Yeah, now there's problems with the footage, but I thought it's better to show you some of the highlights and have some issues with it than show you none of the highlights and just tell you the score. I thought that you guys would prefer that. But yeah, that made it 3-0. Bakary Santi there, you can see playing for Southampton. But the game wasn't over. It's only half time. Unfortunately, they get a goal back here. Passes it back Dos Santos to Cook, and I know I said that funny, but yeah, he finishes it. That makes it 3-1. You can see now we're in the 50th minute, so just a bit after half time. Tadic going on a lovely little run there. Couldn't get the ball off him. They quickly pass it around, misses, and then comes back out. And because a dive for the other one. That's not even. Yeah, it is Hart. Yeah, my bad. Because he dived out, he had no chance of getting the other volley, which was going in the other corner. But yeah, you can see we've got the final score report here. So that was the final game of the season. I'm not going to show you anything. I'm just going to show you the score report. You can see Darlow playing there as our keeper. I've been playing him now. He's played 18 games. 75 overall, 17 years old. So definitely going to be, you know, if I sim ahead to say season 10 after I do 5 seasons. My plan is to do 5 seasons if you're interested. I might sim ahead after that to season 10 and then show you guys from there. So, you know, it'd be all sort of sim players or players that are really young, so you might be amazing in the future. You can see we've got Richards going by 1 to an 81 overall. Very good player for us this season. Excellent right back. You can see some of his stats are just incredible. I've really enjoyed using him there. I thought at first I was going to sell him, and then I've sort of used him more and more and more, and he's eventually just become the right back I want to use. Tall, strong, relatively quick, and does the job for us. Jan Vertonghen grew to an 87 overall. He's been one of my best purchases, to be honest. He's consistently growing, and for the money I bought him for, he's been excellent. The thing about Vertonghen is he's not just a centre-back. You know, there's some centre-backs that are... all they're good at is defence. That's all they're good at. Whereas you can see some of his passing stats excellent. Obviously his defending stats are great. But the thing about him is, you know, he's got great shot power. You can see his passing's very, very good for a centre back. So I mean, that is something that I do value because I can pass it out using him, which is really useful. Company, 31 years of age and an 88 overall. Again, very, very good. You can see some of his stats are starting to go downhill a little bit, which was a bit worrying, but. He's another one that I pair him with Vertonghen, and they've got great passing between them. That's not like a common theme, like not all centre-backs do have great passing, but yeah, obviously his defence stats are great. David Alaba had a very good season for us, seems to get injured a lot, and that's why his attributes, you can see, are on the decline. That's just because of the amount of times he's been injured. He keeps getting injured this season. I don't know what it is. I think he probably has the injury prone trait or something, but yeah, it's really annoying. Pogba, obviously we swapped for Torre. Hasn't grown at all yet, but he's 83 overall, 24 years of age, 20 games played. You can see some of his stats starting to grow, but his overall hasn't. Agility, acceleration, and sprint speed already got fantastic attributes, and really is incredible when you get him on the ball. It's like no one can get it off him. Really, really good stuff. Aaron Ramsey's grown by 1 to 84 over. Look, he's unhappy. He played 52 games. That's more than Company. And he's supposed to be our captain, which is just correct. I know Company got injured, but you know. But yeah, Aaron Ramsey, you can see some of his stats have grown here. Starting to become a very good little player here. 84 overall. I feel sometimes in game, you know, with that 71 strength, not particularly quick. He's not physically what I'd want, but I suppose I used to pair him with Torre, obviously. Now I pair him with Pogba. You know, you've kind of got a really physical central midfielder you can pair him with. So I mean. I'd prefer someone, you know, a bit better physically, but he's pretty decent. Moving on, we've got Ross Barkley here. Not really growing too much. I suppose that's because he's not playing lots of games. He only played 34. You can see Gareth Bale played 56, scored 23 and got 8 assists. I know that's obviously, compared to real life, that's not too great, but in FIFA it's a bit different. You know, it's hard, even with like the likes of Messi, to score a goal a game like they do in real life. So I'm pretty pleased with that. 20 plus goals is very, very good. Karim Benzema, 91 overall, 56 million value, 14 goals, 16 assists. He did get injured a lot. You can see some of his stats here. 94 finishing, 95 dribbling. He's up there for a top purchase. I think this sort of series I've made some incredibly good value purchases because of the way players have gone up in their overall if you play them a lot. Especially compared with like my previous ones, like Manchester City ones. I think I made some good purchases in this where players' value's gone up loads. And guys, I know I was saying that it's hard to score a goal a game, but I sort of made an effort with Ronaldo. I really did focus on trying to score a goal a game with him. And we finally did it. 57 goals in 56 games, 11 assists, average rating of 7.6. You can see he's 32 and he's grown by 2 to a 95, that's the thing I love about this FIFA, that in FIFA 15 it does seem to be that, and they said this that they would do this, but it does seem to be that they've made it so that, you know, older players don't go down in their overall, they will go up if you play them a lot, and I've played him pretty much every single game. I don't know if 56 is all the games we played, but it's close to, because that's how much Bale played. But 57 goals, absolutely incredible, such a great purchase, he's won us so many games, got so many points, just him alone. Love him. Marco Lopez, you can see, not growing at all. I haven't really used him, just... You know, if I want a young attacking midfielder, I put Barkley in, you know, so that's my thing with that. Karim Rickett, he's getting there, he's +4 overall, 78, age 22, so he's still got a long time left. Really starting to get there, and really, he feels really good in games, so hopefully next season I'll start using him more and more. That's my plan anyway, and, you know, maybe season 5 he'll be my starting quarterback? Thinking of American football, starting centre back instead of Company. So that's what I'm thinking there. You know, as Company he starts to keep declining, eventually, you know, their two stats will meet and I'll swap them. You can see Zazzri here, +3 overall to an 81 overall, 25 games played. I try to keep him playing. He's very good centre mid, very good backup centre mid. You can see he's very quick, which I really enjoy. and he's got some, he's got stats in important areas, good short passing stat, quite good tackling as well, so he's pretty good all across the board. Not particularly strong, but he does make up with that with speed, which is where Ramsey doesn't. That's what I'm talking about. If they're quick but not strong, that's fine. But if they're not strong, not quick, when you're playing centre mid, it's a bit difficult. But you can see very, very good stats on him, and he's another one. As we get further and further in, his overall keeps going up. He's eventually going to slot into the first team. That's my plan anyway. So very, very good player. Really enjoyed using him this season. And yeah, moving on, Cuadrado. You can see 9 goals, 5 assists, +1 overall. I can see why he's unhappy. I used to play him pretty much every game, and that was until I bought Bale and Ronaldo, who have just completely taken his spot and made it so that there's no reason to play him. Like, what does he have that they don't have? There's nothing. But yeah, very good player. I would recommend him if you're not planning on getting either of those two. Mangala gone up by +2. Played 40 games and yet he's unhappy. Makes no sense. But yeah, he's 83 overall. Now you can see some of his stats here. Strength, excellent. Stand tackle, not actually that great. You sometimes do notice that he doesn't really win the ball. He'll sort of just run into them. Anyway, Danny Welbeck gone up by +2, 85 overall now. 18 goals and 6 assists. Pretty decent, I'd say, for 37 games played. Especially when you consider that I think a lot of those games played, he's come on at the end of the game just to give Benzema a rest. But yeah, you can see he's got good stats on him. 91 dribbling, pretty crazy, but yeah, he's got some good stats on him. Enjoy using him. Navas, someone that I'm looking to probably sell at this point, just because he's never going to get a game. There's numerous players that can slot in for Ronaldo and Bale. Cuadrado's one of them, but we've got a lot of young players coming through the youth system that are going to be wingers and stuff that'll take his place. So I'm looking to sell him. I don't really enjoy using him. Don't really need to use him anymore. And with a lot of these youth players, you can see these are the youth players here. I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce their name because I won't be able to do it. But yeah, the thing is about some of them, they'll have like incredible stats in some areas, and then just shockingly bad in others that it's like you're never going to use them. Like, they're so bad in some areas that it's like, okay, that player's really good, but this is an example, a right back that's got 50 odd pace. What's the point? Really, really good. You can see 86. This is a perfect example, isn't it? You can see, look at some of his stats. You can play right back, left back, Scottish, but his pace is just non-existent. If he was 70, I could deal with that, but 50 is just like, wow, he's just so slow. He can't catch anybody. Even when running next to someone, just running next to them, not allowing them to cut inside, he can't even do that. They just go straight past him. It's so annoying. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I might just, that's a case where his overall is going to be great, but I won't enjoy using him in game. I'll probably just wait and then sell him for a lot of money. That's probably my plan with him. So I'm doing with a lot of these players where their overall is actually really good, but due to certain stats, they're not going to be that great or fun to play with. Therefore, I'll just keep them until their value is quite high, and then I'll just sell them on, for a lot of money and obviously make a lot of profit from them. But the thing is, it'll be like, I'm hoping that, say, someone's come through and is incredible from a different club, so that'll mean I'll have the money to go and buy them. That's pretty much my plans with that in terms of what I'll do with the sort of money then, because obviously the likes of Ronaldo and Messi won't be in the game by the time it could be season 10. That's what I'm planning on doing. I did that, I sim to season 7, but I'm planning on playing 5 seasons, probably sim into season, I'll see what it's like, I'll keep playing it without recording it, and then maybe season 8 there's a lot of players that are interesting, or we have to wait till season 15 before something interesting happens or whatever it is. But I'll find a point where I'm like, okay, this is interesting, show you guys again, because after a while it's going to be like, it's just the same old players. I don't really need to change my team too much, and come season 6, season 7, I've got no transfers, it's all boring and stuff, but eventually I'll get to a point where all my current team now is gone and it's a whole new team and everything will be different. So that's my sort of plans going forward with it. James Rodriguez, you can see here, 90 overall, +2, worth 65 million. So you can see Zazzri in 34, he's already pretty much higher than that. 32 games played, 2 goals, 5 assists. Obviously, he came in January, so that's why his games isn't that high. Stats are incredible. Sometimes in game, I feel that he's pretty just average. His stamina, I know his stamina's like alright, but it seems to be non-existent. Like, he's always the one that's really tired. You see Costa here, broken tailbone, missed all of the season, so that was one of my worst buys that I've ever had. Joe Hart, you can see he's got a torn quad, that's why Darlow is in the place, but that was towards the end of the season, so not too worried about He'll be back for next season. Incredible goalkeeper for me. So people saying get a new goalkeeper. I don't need one. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, these are a few of the players that I put out on loan. Doing alright in terms of growth, but I'll probably sell a lot of them quite soon. Nunho is someone I'm quite excited for because he's actually good to use in game. But what you're all excited for, how we did, you can see there we have won the Premier League. 25 wins, 6 draws, 7 losses. We outscored everybody massively, 79 goals scored, and I think we did concede the least. So anyway, easily the best goal difference, 49, 81 points. Man United finished second, Everton third, Liverpool fourth, Arsenal fifth, Chelsea sixth. They really did fall off a cliff, and you can see that some of the teams where they finished, it's quite interesting. QPR finishing 15th, Southampton finishing 16th. Just makes no sense. Like in terms of when I play them, Southampton always give me a good game, but yeah, won the Premier League again, so 3 times in a row. Fantastic stuff there. Interesting, Chelsea won the Community Shield, and yet they went on to finish 6th. They did win the FA Cup though, beating Newcastle in the final. You can see we went out to Newcastle in the quarterfinals. Remember, I put on Legendary and got destroyed. And we won the Capital One Cup, beating Chelsea 3-1, which was awesome stuff. So we've won the Premier League, the Capital One Cup, and that's it. As yeah, you can see Cup Europe, we won that. That was at the start of the season. I don't really count that as a trophy though. That's just sort of a not friendly, but it's just a game, isn't it? PSG knocked us out in the semis. They beat Bayern in the final 3-2, so PSG won the Champions League. In terms of where other teams, Chelsea went out in the round of 16. Just looking through here, Everton went out in the round of 16 as well, to Bayern Munich, who were also final. So I'm pretty pleased with the semi-finals. I would have definitely wanted to win it, but you know, what can you do? I try my best, didn't work out, you know, whatever. Premier League, Ronaldo scored the most, 40 goals in 38. He didn't even play 38, I think he played 36. Maybe due to tiredness, whatever. Rooney second, but yeah, that's incredible. 40 goals, really incredible player. You see Costa down there at 11. A lot of those 11 I think probably came from, no, they almost have come from the Chelsea. So yeah, he's just transferred because he's now playing for us. But yeah, you can see there's not many, it's not too far, you know, you think there's a few 20s, 30s, you know, the next highest is 15, pretty low. But yeah, Ronaldo absolutely dominating that, and pretty much won us the title, I'm not going to lie. In terms of assists, Benzema on top with 11, which is pretty decent. You can see that, again, pretty close, there's no one that's miles ahead. We won by 3, but, you know, that's not a lot. Clean sheets wise, we didn't win that. We came second in terms of how many where we were behind, but 4th because of just how they've ranked it, as everyone was like joint first. But yeah, just 1 clean sheet off top. Looking across FA Cup wise, didn't do too well. Obviously, we didn't do too, you know, excellent in that competition. So obviously, we're not going to do that well. Ronaldo, top scorer in the Capital One Cup though, which is pretty awesome stuff. Champions League wise, Lavezzi top, Bale and Ronaldo second and third. Bale equaling Lavezzi's, but I suppose they give it to him just because they won, maybe, who knows. But yeah, that was that. So just closing off the Europa League stuff there. I don't know if you can tell, this has been recorded in 3 different parts just because I've been interrupted. But that's just that. The youth staff, you can see we've got 3 5-star scouts, I meant to say. All in different locations, hoping to get some really good players through. You can see some of the players we've got here. Part of the reason I keep these players is because I think that they'll be worth a lot, and it will be nice if we just get one player that's like amazing and I use him all the time in the first team. I think that it'll be worth it because it costs, for the amount of money we have, it's nothing. So that's just that. We're going on to my career stuff now. You can see that, so we've played 3 seasons, obviously this is the final, but for season 3, won 3 league titles, won 3 domestic cups, only 1 European trophy, which is the thing that I want to change. I think 3 years, 1 Champions League is not really that bad actually, but for the team we've got now, you'd expect it to improve, you know, just because of the amount of quality we have. 62 games played this season, 42 of those won, 8 drawn and 12 lost. You can see we got to semi-finals of the Champions League. We won the Capital One Cup in the quarter-final. Replays when we went out of the FA Cup. You see, obviously last season was the season that we did incredibly well. But yeah, it's interesting to go through this now. It's starting to take shape, this career mode. I know this has been a super long video, so if you're still here now, secret little messages, just chocolate biscuits. Put chocolate biscuits in the comments. The reason it's so random is so that you wouldn't just type that by accident, you'd only type it if you got to this point. So if you put like nice video, just put chocolate biscuits at the end, I'll know that you stay to the end. You can see some of the new things here. But yeah, Season 4 is coming out soon. I'm not too sure when yet. It just depends when I can get it out and stuff, as obviously it's Christmas soon. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this really long video, and yeah, bye guys.